So now I just need to twerk until I can no longer feel my ass. Fucking please. Please. Something. Anything grow. Anything at all. Thank you. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Right-clicking one of these leaves of any kind will start the infestation of the silkworm. Something which sounds really bad, but is actually the entire point of having them. That's not true. It's like half of the point of having them. The other half of the point to having them will become apparent once everything's infested. So, I'm either gonna jump cut to it, or I'm gonna ramble and eventually get to the point where it's all doing its thing. And by that I mean I'm actually just gonna use my time well. I'm gonna take some sticks and throw them in here for later purposes, burning these sticks in the furnace due to the same mod that gave me the hammer and the silkworm is gonna give me some ash. This ash is useful for making porcelain clay, which is only useful if you have bone meal and clay. And how I'm gonna get bone meal will be revealed. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay. And you can compost it to make dirt. Composting is something I'm not actually gonna do because why would I? You just get dirt. But anyways, clay is gotten from these clay blocks, which you can get from barrel crafting. Something that comes in from the mod that gives you the dust. That's what the dust is useful for. It makes clay. Isn't that neat? Isn't that cool? I also made all these trees close enough together, so that way once they grew up, they would be right next to each other, and the infestation could spread from one tree to the next. I'm so smart, my brain's so big. I know, alright? I'm just too handsome. Someone needs to arrest me. Brain too big. I just need that to grow, pretty much. So, now I might as well reveal a couple things. I have a few goals here. My first goal is to make one of these. A crucible. Oh, I should also explain, this just, that's what that is. This is just, like, this is coal light, where it uses one thing to smelt an item, but you get 8 from using a coal. It's fine. Anyways, so to get a crucible, you smelt an unfired crucible. To get an unfired crucible, you need 7 porcelain clay. That's what the sticks are for. But to get this, I need to use barrel crafting, and I need water, which I can get from a wooden crucible. Amazing. Awesome. I guess I'm gonna do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop. There we go. Look at that. Easiest shit ever. Unfortunately for me, these crucibles require heat. So, you gotta put them over something to melt whatever you're putting in. That's the idea behind it, anyways. So, what I'm gonna do, real quick, so I'm going to abuse the fact that I have slabs to not jump anymore because I'm low on food. I'm gonna transform this into grass, break it down, now y'all, and get some acorns. Put down these acorns, get some saplings. Now I can put down this crucible, heat it with a torch, put in 10 saplings. Just like that. It's just that easy, everybody. Just that easy. So now I'm gonna try to get a second water source, so that way I can actually have water on a skyblock. Fairly standard thing to want. I don't know why, but the void just doesn't seem that nice to me. You know, I'd rather rather be able to have some downtime away from the void. So, yeah. With this, I call checkmate. Because now, without even needing to craft a barrel, I can just wait for this water level to go up, put in some dust, get some clay, and then do it again. Easy. Look at that. Look at how easy. That's half the clay I need done already. Alright, so now comes the hidden strength of the silkworm, that I get string from the leaves that are infested. It doesn't have to be fully infested for this to work, by the way. That's a common misconception. I just let it infest because I want a lot of string. And you also don't need to use the crook to get the string either, but the string drop chance is increased by the crook. There we go. Now I have some silk mesh, and I can use that in conjunction with like a little bit of some other stuff to make my nope. Is it like this? No, it can't be. How the hell? It's not like that, is it? I have this resource right next to me. I might as well look it up. So if I look up a sieve, it doesn't use slabs. All right, lame. I now have an oak sieve. Now this is the bane of my existence when it comes to fucking Let's Plays when I used to watch them of Skyblocks. Because what every YouTuber who ever makes a Let's Play on a Skyblock does is they fucking sit down and they fucking hold right click on this thing for hours for reasons you'll understand soon. It butchers the experience. They just use it way too much. So I'm going to do my best to eliminate using this for as much as I can, but in this pack it can't really be helped. So what this guy does is you put it down like so. There it is, all nice and put down, just like my dog. I don't know where I was going with that. So I put it down, right? There it is, all nice and put down. And then you waste time placing and breaking dirt to get more water. And then, you'll waste a little bit more time putting it into the crucible. This is all how you use the crook. And then you use the silk mesh and right-click it to put the silk mesh in. Now you can shift right-click to get the silk mesh back out if you want to. There's not really a good reason to do that until later. And yeah, so now I have a silk mesh, and now I'm really sad because now this is the part of the pack that I despise because you cannot get past it. You take out your dust or your gravel or your sand, and then you hold right click, and it goes down slowly, and then it drops things like bone meal, or it drops different things based on what you're receiving. So dust drops bone meal, redstone, glowstone, blaze powder, gunpowder, and all these other things, which are powdered ores, which is how you get all your resources. Sand does the same thing, but instead of dropping redstone and stuff, it drops cactus seeds, spores, which you use to make a mycelium, and cocoa beans. And then gravel, what it drops is emeralds, flints, gold, coal, diamonds, nether quartz sometimes, lapis, and yeah, this is what sucks about it. So if I press the grab a key real fast, I get to see the quest book that I'm going to ignore. Yeah, so it tells you basically how to create things, tells you that you're on a 1x1 thing in space, and yeah, if you claim the rewards, it tells you things and stuff. I'm doing my best. Look at that. It tells you. The game even knows. And yeah, so if you claim these rewards, you get all kinds of nice little goodies. The thing is, I don't really care about those because I'm just going to progress past them. I'm not going to be useful anymore by the time I actually get them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself some iron ore powder, like this. And if you look at the uses, it makes iron ore dust, which you can then smelt into iron ingots. So what I'm going to do, as soon as I can, ASAP, as the kids would say, I'm going to get myself a bucket. A patented bouquet, if you will. And if you're doing the math, that tells you that I need 12 iron ore powder. Which sucks, because it means that I have to do this for a while. So, if I remember in post, I'm going to stop talking, and then speed this up until I have all the iron ore powder that I need. God damn it. Fuck's sake. Alright. Oh, I just barely kinda sorta made it. Alright, well, I was trying to hide the agenda here, but I guess the glove's coming off now. And the truth's being revealed to the masses. Unfortunately for me. I actually didn't really give a fuck about the whole iron thing. Because as I showed off, kinda subliminally, all the stuff, all the things that you can possibly grind up in the sieve, they all give ores. They all give the exact same ores. They just give them in slightly different ways. So that wasn't really the actual objective. The reason why I was grinding up all those dusts and ores and stuff was specifically for the unique things that only they give. In this case, dust gives off bone meal, as you saw me collecting from the beginning. And that's what I actually needed. I need 8. And because it's all percentages, I know I'm not going to get the 8th one until it stops mattering. Come on, please just give me the 1. Give me the 1 bone meal. Please. Please, game. Game, I swear to God. Game! I just need the 1. I just need the 1. Ugh! God, it's so annoying. Ugh. You hate to see it. I'm gonna get down to the last bit of sand that I have, and then it's gonna just give me 1 on the last one, on the first one, and I'm gonna have wasted all of the dust. I'm gonna have wasted the fact that I turned it all to dust. Just watch, it's gonna happen. There we go. All right. What I said almost happened to a degree, but didn't. So I'm happy. I can accept this. That's fine. Ugh. Okay. So now comes the time where I'm going to clean up my inventory. Now it gives me an extra one. Yeah, insult my fucking injuries, game. Jeez. I'm going to throw that in there. Throw that in there. I don't need this. And, yeah, there we go. Whatever, you go in, you do that. I need that. Bam, bam, bam. There we go, I have my porcelain. I have my unfired crucible, I can throw that away. And now, I can show what the crucible does, and why I wanted to get it. So, the crucible, I can then put in gravel or cobblestone, and melt it. Which doesn't seem that cool or important, but if you think back to your grade 4 science class, you'll remember that all these rocks really are just little cooled off bits of lava. Ultimately, that's ultimately what these are. So, by heating them up on the hottest torch in the galaxy, this crucible, with its amazing abilities, will turn normal, basic-ass fucking stones, cobblestone, into lava. I should have thought that through. That was a miscalculation on my part. The hotter the thing that you have underneath the thingy, that determines how quickly it works, by the way. Just thought I should mention that. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of that. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll do it like this. So I'm going to use water physics a little bit here, and hope that everything works out. Yeah, there we go. So with that little waterfall, I no longer have to flood my base, and with 4 gravel, I'm starving to death.